That is good. Close down mastery. What I have come to understand in our business, some person, it's not that people are not coming for you, people will attend. But what do I tell these people so that they can start? That was one of the major problem I had when I started. One of my friend eventually attended, and after everything, the guy came to me and told me, Sonny V, I have seen it. What do you think about it? Imagine your prospect asking you, what do you think about the opportunity you have invited? Do you know what I told the guy? I told him, okay, you have seen it now. If it's something that you can do, then pay. If you cannot do it, let us go. Child, I will never forget that day. Even though, after in fact, as I started running the business, I started understanding this thing. And even though later, I was able to get him started, even with 3 accounts. But there are some person that you do that mistake, that will be the end for you. Guess what? Close down is one of the major skills you should be able to understand in our business. If you don't know if you don't understand the skill of close down, you will be facing that problem that, hey, my people are attending, nobody is paying. In fact, 10 person came for me, nobody signed up. I invited 20 person, 30 person attended, nobody signed up. Do you know what you are lacking? The skill of what? Close down. I understand that I was lacking the skill of close down. And guess what? One thing about this is one of the adversity I faced when I started. And we talked about it, that one of the gifts of adversity, it makes you to focus. When I was facing that challenge, what I started looking at, what can I start doing so that I can master this skill? And my mentor told me, do you know that this skill, this thing that you are struggling from, there are a lot of professionals that have run a training on YouTube. There are a lot of books on close down. What you have to just do is pick up that book. What you have to just do is just go to that training. And do you know, out of the 7 skill, this was where in fact, I put all my major attention. I wanted to be, one of the things I wanted to be remembered of is my level of what? My level of clothes. Yes, I might not get that presenting, I might not get that prospecting, but if you see this close down, I say that even up to today, I am still learning it. Even up to today. Even yesterday, I was just going some training about what? About close down. Because close down, when you finally master the art of close down, that is when you have that confidence will be built in you. You have that confidence in you, and your team member will have confidence in you because they know that if I bring this person to this, my leader, he's going to close him down. And this is one of the things I learned from my own unstoppable leader. I started moving close to him, and guess what? I started getting this skill. Some person, in our business, people follow you not because of who you are. Let me say, people follow you, or people submit to your mentorship, or people listen to you only if you have what compel them to listen to you. One of the things that, in fact, when I look at my leader, my unstoppable leader, I find out that this man or this guy had, in fact, possessed that thing that I am looking for. Then I don't need him to be dragging me. I don't think there was, since I started this business, if my unstoppable leader have ever called me for once when I have decided to run, called me for once, I say, why are you not in this training? Because of what? Because to me, I know this person has something I needed. And I was not going to wait for somebody to drag me to come and join meeting, to come and do training. I started going through this thing on my own. And if you are going to close down after this, it will not just end here. Now, what is really close down? Close down simply means helping people to make the right decision. That is close down. Some person are not, someone like me, the day I attended this program, I was already, just like, let me say my time was ready. I have been reading a lot of book. In fact, looking for a way, because in fact, things were not that easy for me. But then immediately I stepped my feet in the office. In fact, the kind of people, the person that presented, the kind of people I saw was the kind of people I was looking for to associate myself with. So even during I was not, in fact, during the dream building alone, I was even ready to sign up. I was ready to sign up. No matter what, I was not among that people that were waiting. People you see this opportunity, they are looking, they want to wait, or they want to get more clarity. No, I was not that type. I borrowed money and I paid immediately. But do you know that 90% of people that join our business, they don't pay immediately? So do you know, for you to be successful in this business, you don't just depend on luck. This person will see the opportunity and the person will pay. Even 90% of people that are in this meeting did not pay the first day they saw the opportunity. Not everybody paid this day. So anybody that you see that paid the day he or she saw the opportunity, it's just a bonus mark. It's just a bonus mark. So for you to be super, you want to build something that will outlast you here, you must take this close down mastering very what? Very, very serious. The skill you needed to get more people started in your business. This is a skill that will build your confidence in the business. Do you know that 90% of the problem many persons are facing today, the problem people are facing today is because of their poor belief about the business. Now, let me set the ground right. Before you can think about going into learning how to close, there's something you must do for yourself. You must develop this crazy belief about this business, about network marketing. You must, if you are still having, if there's any part of you that is having a little doubt, you will not be, in fact, you'll not be closing people you will not be closing people well. You must first of all be convinced inside of you. Have this, I call it fanatic belief. In the sense that people will be looking at you, they will say, what sort of this? They will even be seeing you as somebody that is not, you are not normal, that this person, you don't even know what you are doing. If people have not started seeing you as people that sit one FD have brainwashed, you are not started. You must come to that level where people, the way you do, people around you will think you have been brainwashed. My mother called me and said, if I don't know, that was when I started this business. The day I called them, I left my shop. I said, I don't want to go back there. Go to that my shop and pack everything. I am not coming back there. The woman was crying. I was like, what did these people do to this person that made him to take this decision? If you have not come to that level where people around you are seeing that in fact they don't brainwash you. These people have that means there are some things you still need to work on. Let me tell you, close down, start from you. You must have that fanatic belief that this business, in fact, works. And this business, through this business, me, myself, I am going to create a legacy here. I am going to build the life of my dream here. When you have that belief, then that's when you can be able to elevate yourself to helping other people. When I am convinced that in fact, I am going to build, in fact, life of my legacy. I'm going to live the life of my dream. This business is going to give me whatever I wanted. Do you think I'll be reluctant sharing it with my family member? Do you think I'll be reluctant signing my own father in the business? I will not. So if you are here, there's a person here, you started this business, and up till now, you have been 6 months in this business, and none of your family member have paid 699 to be part of this business. That means you still have you still have a shaking belief about this business. You have you say, I have a best friend. You and I have been a best friend for over how many years, but you cannot get that person to pay 699.90. It means your belief is shaking in the business, and it might be the problem. It might be the reason why you are still at that level you are today. When you have that fanatic belief about this business, that's when you can be able to say, yes, I am ready to learn in fact, close down. Then, when you have that, then you can be able to get people started. Somebody is asking you, in fact, I am not sure whether this thing, are you sure that if I put my money here, I am not going to regret it? Your response, in fact, your facial expression will tell whether the person is going to do what is going to start or not. So before you can embark on this journey of close down, first of all, prepare your mind. First of all, get your belief right in the business. Get your belief right in yourself. Some person believe in the business anyway. They have seen people that are succeeding, but they are yet to be convinced that they can do it. Get your belief right about yourself and about the business, and you are good to go. Now, let's dive into the business of the day. Now, what are the points to note before you start close down? Point to note before you start closing people down. The day I got this training for my unstoppable leader, I know that this is it for me. And in fact, I was barely how many months, 3 months in the business. And immediately after, as the training was finishing, in the night, I used it and I got the result. That same day, I have not even understand how to book or whatever. But then, this was, you see, when you know what you are looking for, when you see it, you can be able to identify it. But why some person are not going to, some person here, this training will not make a lot of sense to you because you have not come to a point where you are looking for it. But why the training make a lot of sense to me? Because this is what I have been struggling. I have been looking for this. Immediately I saw it, I know this is what I was looking for. So I don't need anybody to tell me to pay attention again. Now, what are the points to note? Point to note before you start closing down. Now, the gap between what people have and what they need is widening. The gap, many persons today that you see that are struggling, that are living the life of mediocre, there was a time they had what? A bigger dream that they wanted to achieve. They have, in fact, all people that you see, even at the age of 70, they are still paying house rent. They had in fact, a time in their mind where they have that beautiful dream of having their own house. People that you see that are trekking today, all those people that you see that are settling, that are working in a place where they are paying them a salary less than 100,000 naira every month. There was a time in their mind where they have that beautiful dream of, in fact, of freedom. People that wake up in the morning, that are going to that job they don't want, deep within them, they crave for a life that they don't need anybody that's going to be supervising them. Deep within them, they have that mind. I want to be free. I want to be boss of my own. If you have read that GoPro, you understand what Eric was saying. Everybody wanted a perfect job. Everybody wanted a life where they don't need to be checkmated, where somebody don't need to be on top of you, where there will be no cap on how much you can make. Everybody have it. But do you know the gap between that thing and where they are is very wide? That thing they know they are not they cannot see it coming to reality. No, now it got to a time they started seeing those things as this thing. I don't think this thing can be able to be I can be able to achieve this dream again. Now because of the country we are living in, this and that, and many persons, because they felt how I am in this office, I am making how much are they paying me? I have been you are just graduating. You have seen people that have graduated for more than how many years. Up till now, they are still struggling, and in fact they settle because they are not seeing that in fact the hope is no longer there. They are not seeing the possibilities, even though they have it in mind, even though they crave for it, but they cannot see the possibility. Please give me just a moment, please. Okay, I believe you can still hear me. Please, if you can hear me, just type one on the comment section. If you can hear me, type one on the comment section. Let me be sure I'm not talking to myself. In close down, this is the first thing you should understand, that the gap between what people have and what they need is widening on a daily basis. In fact, they call it the more you look, the less you see. As time, every day that break, people give up on their dream because the gap is widening. Now, guess what? Another one you should understand is that for you to close somebody down to make the right decision here, you have to get them start thinking about what they don't have, but they could have it with extra income. You must get to a point where you can be able to identify the problem that they have and get to let them uh, dream again. Let them think. In fact, put them in a way where they can be able to understand that I can still achieve this dream. Someone like me, what the presentation did to me the day I attended, I don't need somebody to sit me down and start closing me down. That's some person before you pay. They will, in fact, they need to, Dr. Ma will say that some person will, before they will start, they will need to see, to understand everything before they start. But someone like me, what the presentation did to me on that day, the presentation got me thinking about what I don't really have at the moment, but I could be able to achieve it here. And that was when I was open-minded. Now, what is people start the business for what? For extra income. People start the business in order to get a better life from what they are currently getting. Everybody start the business so that they can add to the life they are already living. Now, another point to know is that even those who appear wealthy, they need money. Even, in fact, more than their appearance suggests. That person you see, this person is a professor, this person is a banker, that rich guy you are seeing in your environment that you think will not need this opportunity. Those people, they in fact they need more money, even more than those people that are struggling. Anybody that you see, no matter how successful that person is looking for another what opportunity to be able to add to his own life. Nobody is living and comfortable. Even Dangote is not comfortable with where he is. That's why every time he's doing everything but to move to the next level. Even the richest man, who is Elon Musk, is not yet. In fact, he is not yet. He cannot say that I have it all. I don't want to strive again. Even up to today, he's still putting in work in order to get better. So for some of you, you invite somebody, the person will come, and after seeing the presentation, because the person came with a good car, the person was telling you, this thing is not my thing, and you allow the person to go because you think the person have money. You are making in fact, the greatest mistake of your life. You allow the person, because the person is speaking for, I'm gonna this, you allow the person, you did not know your job. So long as you pick up your call and you call somebody and the person attended our presentation, the fact that somebody show up in that presentation hall means that the person needed money or the person needed more out of life. So when you allow them to go, it means you are not yet equipped with this art of what? Closing. Even those, get this, who appear wealthy, they need money more than their words, more than their appearance. Don't spare anybody. Expose what? What you have to do is what? Expose their poverty gap. You know, that's a person that will attend this presentation. They would think I am, in fact, I don't need this. This thing is not for people of my caliber. This and that. You say it's true. The man is wealthy now. The woman is wealthy now. This and that. Who told you? The person is wealthy compared to who? When you say that somebody is wealthy or somebody is successful, success is the level of success somebody have is when is always based on comparison. The person is wealthy compared to who? The person is wealthy compared to Who is, in fact, when you are comparing the person with your level, that's when you are seeing that the person is wealthy. What has the person done? Do you know what? All the that you see that they are trying to raise shoulder after coming for your presentation, and you are entering into your shell because you think that the person is what? The person is worthy. Do you know what you need to do to get that person thinking about what he really needs is by you exposing their poverty gap. And what is the way to explain the person's poverty gap? Somebody is telling you, this is not my thing now. I have done this. You can tell the person something like this. "Oh, it's not your thing. How? Do you know that somebody is trying to tell you that he is wealthy? Do you know our mastermind? In fact, do you know that in 2020, 2023, 2024, this man fed over 1,000 family. You that if once you tell that person like that, the person will understand what some person think they are wealthy because they can, in fact, they have a very comfortable place. They can feed, maybe they can feed their family, their children are overseas doing well. They think that they are wealthy. But when you expose their poverty gap, relating it with people, that what they are doing today is not just about in fact, they are affecting thousands of lives. How many lives have they affected? When you can be able to expose their poverty gap, you are going to do what? They are going to do what? They are going to, that their ego will come down and they will start thinking about what they can. The person might not see it, okay, this is not really for me, but then I can be able to use what I have, the success I have achieved is just for me and maybe a few of my people around me. But then through this, I can be able to use it to reach out to many persons around. There's nobody that have ever entered your precision hall that you think is richer than the organization. Even if you know how to present this business opportunity to Dangote, he will sign up. Because everybody is looking for what? Everybody is looking for a better what? A better opportunity. That is what these are the points you should be able to have in your head. Because if you don't have this point, somebody will just come with one attitude or the other. You just allow the person to go. That's just it. Now, another point to note before you close somebody down is find out what is missing in their life and find a way to provide what? To provide a solution. There's something that Eric Ward said when you are closing down. There's a concept. What is that concept? Feel, felt, found. These are the concepts using in what? In closing down. Find out the way you close me down as somebody that the way you close me down just as a fresh graduate trying to go into service. It's not the same way you close me down that I just finished secondary school and I want to enter university. The way you close somebody that is just a businessman there is different from the way you close somebody that has been in a civil service for over 35 years, for over 10 years. Is different from the way you close that person that is just a student. Close down. Before you start closing somebody down, first of all, understand the person. You have to understand your prospect before they understand you. Many persons have failed in closing people down because they did not really understand the person they are closing down. When I started, somebody said that you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person, that whoever that is going to do this business is going to do the business. But as time goes on, I find out that is a fallacy. You can actually say the wrong thing to the right person. There are some person there are some person that God destined them to be your team, but because you did not really understand them, you missed them. Because of what you told them, made them to say, no, I cannot be able to be part of this. Because you did not understand. You are trying to close somebody. somebody that is already, in fact, living a comfortable life, has his own, in fact, have his own mansion, his own car. You are trying to use car to close the person down. You are trying to use what he has already to close the person down. As you are talking, he's not entering. Just like what John Martin said. He said that the day he attended, that the first day was not making sense to him. Do you know why? Because to him, he have already gotten that kind of experience before. To him, what was going on in his mind was that this story again. We have been hearing about this thing now. So, dude, that's the same thing that is happening in close down. When you are closing somebody down and you are still telling the person what the person know, there's some person they will think they really know. Is it not this? Like what we normally say, assumption normally leads to frustration. Some person will come here, so they'll think, it's not the same thing we have been hearing. I know all this thing, I have been hearing about this thing. But the person failed to understand that from those things that he know, there are something he did not really know about this. Igbo people will say that you know this, do you know the other one? It takes humility for you to do what? For you to learn. You find out what is missing in that person, that you understand the person. The question you are going to be asking the person is going to make you understand. You don't just barge in somebody after seeing the business opportunity. You just barge in and start closing the person down. You must first of all find out who is this person, where is this person coming from, what is this person missing in his life. If there's no time, I would have done a practical aspect on how to close people, different person down, and what you can say. Let me tell you, there's nobody that somebody will come and say, yeah, I can close everybody. There's nobody that can close everybody. What I am trying to give you today is not a skill to go and close everybody, but you can close anybody that is closable. There are people that are closable. When they put 10 person in front of you that are closable, you can close a good percentage of them. There are some person, even with no matter what you say, there are people that they are in fact, they have been, in fact, there are some persons that are not closable. You focus on people that are closable. The skill I'm giving you, that you can be able to close people that are closable. Guess what? Now, what are the different questions for you that you can ask people to be able to identify, to be able to understand where the person is coming from, or to be able to understand the person? Remember, I told you, for your person to understand you, to listen to you, you must first of all understand the person. Even if you are a newcomer here, don't say you are just joining today. This skill is what that if you start applying it, you start seeing the results. If you start applying it, you start seeing the results. Now, guess what? What are the possible questions that you can ask people to be able to understand who the person is? Help your prospects discover that they need more money by asking the right question. Be bold and confidence. Confidence before you start closing people down. Let me say, there's a book I read. It said that your face is an emotional billboard. People can, in fact, out of in the rule of communication, what you say does not matter. What you are saying carry just 15%, but what carry the major weight in what you say is the tonality, is the posture with which you do what you deliver it. So first thing first, before you start asking questions, make sure you are that person that is bold and confident. Have confidence in yourself. That's why we normally tell people, always appear smart whenever you are coming to the office. You might meet somebody that you want to be close. You might closing. So a person will not have that confidence, because you look at yourself. Who am I? This person that even carry car. Me, we never even chop since yesterday. That confidence is not there. And once you lose that confidence, forget about close down. Guess what? Now, what are the right questions you should ask these people? Okay, let's move on. Number one, you can ask the person. The person have seen the presentation, and you want to close the person down. The right question to ask that person is not just, what do you think about this? When you ask at the end of the presentation, The worst thing you can ask anybody is, what do you think? At the end of the presentation, many persons don't even know what they are thinking about. We'll say a lot of things through presentation. They don't even know the one to follow. We talked about this, we talked about this, many of them at the end of the presentation, let me tell you, only few. That's why you come to our presentation hall. You have a 10 person. After present, you say 1, 2, 3. Only 2 persons raising hand in category 1. Do you know why? The other people that are sitting down, they don't even know what to think. 90% of people, they want to be led. That is how our mind has been programmed right from school. When you are in school, your lecturer is telling you this is what you have to do. People wait for order. The same thing is happening here. Many persons, even where you are working, your boss is the one telling you what to do. People, in fact, many persons cannot think on their own. Many persons don't, before many persons take decision, they are looking for somebody to tell them that this thing you are doing is valid before they can go in. Have you ever wondered, even after presentation, somebody will pay you, tell the person, don't go and start talking to people. And those same people you told that same thing will still go out to ask, do you know what they are looking for? They are looking for validation. People are being led. At the end of every presentation, they are waiting which way to follow. Your ability, your leadership capacity, or your close down mastery is what is going to determine whether you are going to lead that person to make the right decision, or the person is going to walk away without dropping anything. One of the questions you can be able to ask is this: how much different will an extra 25K a week make in your life? Somebody, after attending your presentation, when you ask this person, it will get the person thinking, okay, I'm telling you that I don't have time, but if there's a way, even me being in this my shop, if there's a way I can be making at least 25,000 naira every week, at least this thing will make sense to me. You get the person thinking about what the person can get. Now, another question that you can ask is, what different will let's say, one thing about our presentation, if you're a presenter here, all these questions, our presentation have already mastered it. I'm saying this in a situation where you're on a neutral ground, where somebody just, let's say you send a video to somebody, and then the person started, after watching, started giving you all sort of excuses. These are one of the questions you can be able to ask that person. That is when you have already understand what is missing in the person's life. What difference will an extra 25,000 naira a month make in your life? Remember, the point to note, one of the reasons why people join this business, a good percentage of people join this business not because of our products. They join because of what? They join because of extra income. Then start from those. Another question you can ask people to get them thinking about what they are missing is, does your job or business really pay you enough to live your dream life? Okay, now this thing, you are busy, you are busy every time. And you are in your shop. I want to ask you this simple question. This thing that you have been busy on, just be true to yourself. Could this thing actually help you to live that kind of life you wanted to live? It will get the person thinking, okay, you are saying you are busy. Okay, look at the level of life you are living now. Is it the best life you can live for yourself? Or is it the level you wanted deep within you? Is it the level you wanted to be? These are the questions you can ask people to make them thinking about what they don't really have. Close down. When you are closing down, you are helping somebody to make what? To make a right decision. So whenever you see yourself casual about close down and somebody not make that the right decision, just know that you have killed somebody's dream. In our business, while closing somebody down, we are just like a midwife. Do you know what a midwife is? A midwife, when somebody is pregnant, they take him or her. They take her to a midwife. Do you know the job of a midwife? The job of a midwife is to help that person to deliver safely. So whenever you are in front of a prospect trying to close the person down, just know that you are standing there either to give birth to a dream or to terminate a dream forever. Your inability to close that your friend, that's your family member down, right, for the person to get started, you are doing what? You are terminating a dream. You can just imagine the day Ambassador Michael attended the presentation. There was nobody, because of course him was not that person that is going to pay immediately. He has a bad experience about what network marketing is all about. He was not going to be part of it. What do you think if somebody did not master the art of close down, to close him down? Someone that he said that when he was going, he said that if these people is going to talk about this kind of thing, I'm going to leave. But somebody was there because he had the skill right to get him started. And you can see what is happening in the whole of City Energy today. Many lives have been affected. That just your job as the closer, you are a midwife. As you are presenting the opportunity to people, you are a midwife trying to do what? To give birth to a dream or to terminate a dream forever. So don't take closing, don't take this casual. In fact, another question you can ask somebody is this: if you have 10 million naira to spend, what will you buy? Get people, even in your presentation, get people, in fact, the money you are showing them, get them to spend the money in their head. The day I attended this presentation, the person that presented that day was so good at close down that when he was showing me that money, I was already spending it on my mind. In my mind, I was already, what will I do with S? In fact, you that is listening to me, even in this cell meeting, let me just imagine yourself. Today is the 28th or whatever. Today is what? What is today's date? Today is the 29th. Just imagine the month is ending. You look at your DTC today, you have up to $1 million in your DTC. What will you do with it? Imagine with the kind of challenge you are facing now, or with the kind of a financial issue you are facing now. What will you do? You just log into your DTC now, and it has been that you have done something during this week, this month, that have paid you up to $1 million. What will you do with it? When you get people thinking about what they could do with the money, that's just it. There's another question, another fact to understand. Another one you can ask is what? What is your ideal income? Now, I told you that before you can start asking this question, these are the right question, but you know that you can ask this question to a wrong person. Now, what's your ideal income? This question best go for. You cannot just start closing somebody that is a student and you are asking the person what is your ideal income. That's the wrong question. But after understanding the person that you are, let's say I'm trying to close someone that is a civil servant down. The person is telling in fact, I don't have money in car, this and that. What's the best question to ask them? Okay, I told that before you can close that, you have to understand the person. The person will say, okay, you have to listen, pay attention. The problem people face in closing is that you are trying to say everything. By trying to say everything, you even say something that is going to what? That's even going to disconnect the person. Listen to the person and find out the problem. Listen more than you talk during close down. What is your ideal income? Somebody is telling you, if somebody is a civil servant, you want to close the person down, and there's something you have to understand. You ask a civil servant, anybody that you ask, what is your ideal income? Ideal income means, okay, that place you are working, how much are they even paying you? You know what I have found out? People, anybody that any amount somebody told you that he or she is collecting where she's working, divide it into two. That is the money the person is making. If 90% of people that will tell you that my income is 200,000 naira, what did they give them now 100K? That's what you should understand. Somebody after a year, you are asking the person, what is your ideal income? The person, roughly, I make up to 600,000 where I was working. Don't be carried away with that thing. What it means that what he's earning is less than 300,000 naira. Many of them want to, because the question will come to them, they will not want to fall your hand. They want to prove to you that at least I am making money now. They will exaggerate how much they are making. So anybody that you are trying to close down as a closer, what somebody told me that my monthly salary is 100,000 naira. To my head, what you are collecting is 50K. That's just it. So that you have a proper ground to make the person understand why he or she needed what? Needed more income. These are the possible questions you can ask after you have understand the person you are trying to close down. These are the right questions you can ask people. But this question, I have said, you have to understand the person you are closing down. What you told me that got me to pay, you will tell it to Mr. B, who is having a different conception, and the person will not. You even chase the person away because you did not understand. You didn't find out what was missing in a person's life. There are some person that will come for your presentation. Their problem is no longer money. But guess what? They have the money, but there's something that is missing in their life. They have there are some person, they are living a comfortable life, but they wanted to affect more life. There's some person there out there, their problem is not to drive a car. They already have a car. What is missing in their life is that they want to come to a point in their life where people will look at them and say, Cha, if not because of you, I will not be where I am. And they are looking for a legitimate thing that they can do to empower people. There are some person, in fact, the kind of money they are looking for, they want money, but they want it in a legitimate way. They don't just want to make just anyhow money. When you understand what is missing, and you can be able to, there's some person they did not get started because they think this thing that these people are doing they are just scamming people. And as a result, they don't want to be part of scammers. That's the only reason they did not sign up. If you can be able to understand that person and be able to handle this question, and the person can be able to understand by himself that yes, this thing legitimately is, in fact, is something that is approved, the person will be part of it. What you have to do is just understand what is missing. For the fact that the person entered presentation hall and the person sat down for 62 hours to listen to presentation, it means that something that he's interested in. It's not left for you as a closer to be able to find out that person, what that person really needs. So today will be the last day where somebody will enter your presentation hall or somebody will sit in front of you and they allow the person to walk away without getting anything from the person. The least is what? BAI. Now, what is more question to ask? What difference will that income make in your life? These are the questions, the possible questions. I want to move fast so that I can meet up with my time. This is the after 9 already. What do you want to do when you retire? You can see this possible question. And of course, with what I explained, you have already known the kind of person to ask this kind of question. What do you want to do when you retire? What life do you want to live after your retirement? This thing you are saying, you are busy. After the time will come, you retire. What is your plan? What is your retirement plan? Many persons don't have retirement plan. Many persons, their mind is not there. They are focused on what they are getting now. But this question will get them to think, oh, what if I retire today? How will I sustain myself? These are the possible questions. There's some persons that are part of this business because they know that a time will come, I will go on retirement. When I saw this, I know that a time will come that I will not be able to do this thing I am currently doing. What do I need to do when that time comes? How am I going to survive without being a dependent on people? To me, you are asking me this question is the right question for me because I know I have already understand this thing. Now, how much do you need to maintain your current lifestyle when you retire? People are working today. You are getting salary. You are living there's a lifestyle. Maybe you are living in a comfortable house, this and that, because of the salary that is being paid to you. But do you know that if you retire today, your pension will not be able to sustain that lifestyle? How much do you really need to maintain your current lifestyle? There's a person that I know when they were actively working, they have a car. They can afford to even fuel their car, go everywhere. But today, they have retired. The car they somewhere with they use something to cover it because they cannot maintain that lifestyle. Because there was nobody to remind them how to maintain that lifestyle while they were still active. If you can be able to provide that solution to that person, it will make the person to give a second thought. Let me just, is it not better I be part of this so that even when I go on retirement, I can be able to be making money to maintain this my lifestyle? That's just it. If you are following, go to the comment section and type following. Now, after getting this, after understanding what they are missing, after asking them this question, you have to don't just ask them question, you have to offer them solution through what? Our system. Offer solution to that problem, to that gap. Bridge that gap with the opportunity you have in your hand. The gap between what they want and where they are now and where they wanted to be, bridge it by giving them an offer, giving them a solution to their problem. We don't just see this, like in our opinion, we'll tell you, we don't convince people here. We'll tell you the fact. You're not just here to convince somebody so that you collect the person's number. No. Close down and tell that you are giving a person a reason. The person on his own will be able to understand that, man, I needed to be part. This why I made up my mind on that day to borrow money to pay. It's not because somebody convinced me, but I was able to see a solution to my problem. If they can be able to see a solution to their own problem, they will be part of what you do. In fact, the reason people that are successful today, that are super successful today, is because they provide solution to what? To the problem. But when you see yourself in a realm where you are where struggling is the order of the day, it means you are not offering more solution to the problem people are facing. That's just it. And now, what are the you offer them solution using what? Our system. Now, I have, in fact, maybe I'm going to take my time, maybe next time, to explain this properly, but I don't have time again. Let me just rush this. If I show you our plan that make this thing possible, will you take advantage of it? By then, you have already understand what the person is missing. And if you are telling the person, if I show you our plan, a way that you can make extra income, if I show you a way that in the next, after your retirement, you can be able to make so amount of money to maintain this your lifestyle, will you take advantage of it? Of course, the person will want to listen to and take advantage of it. Now, let's move on to the next one because I don't have time again. Now, another one is, one of the fastest way to make this happen is to be under the mastermind mentorship. This is the fastest way to make this thing happen. You have already told the person, if I showed you a possible way, that's when you are trying to close somebody down to be in a first category. If I show you a possible way where you can make this thing possible, this thing you are missing, where you can make it come to reality, will you be part of it? Of course, yes. You know the fastest means to be part of that mastermind mentorship. Now, guess what? Moving forward to the next one. The more about this close down, the more skilled you are at asking these questions. In fact, the more skilled you are at asking the question that match this your prospect current priority, the better chances of getting them to sign up. If you can be able to get what they are missing and ask the right question, you have a possible chance of getting them. Talk with your prospect about their ambition, their experiences, their circumstances, and the priority. And at this moment, I'm going to be stopping it here because of I don't have time. I thought I'm going to be having enough time. We will have done a practical aspect of how to close somebody down. The day I saw this, the day I got this training, I got the training in the afternoon. And you know what happened? I booked somebody for my upline. The person I don't even know the person, and I book him on Zoom, and at the end, after going through this, after going the presentation, he told me, I'm just where I am receiving a salary of 30K. I cannot afford this. But after going through this process, even me, as of then, I don't even know what I was asking. I was just following. I was just asking, what are you doing? And I started following him. But do you know that after someone that told me that, in fact, my salary is 30,000 naira, I cannot be able to, there is nothing I can do to afford this thing. At the end of the discussion, the person paid full payment because of this. I was able to get the person, because of this key, I was able to get the person to make that decision. So if there's anything you are going to master at the end of this meeting, if there's anything that you are going to go and pay more attention to this year, is on how to do what? On how to close people down. And there are a lot of material there, even in your SMO, that SMO that you are neglecting. There are a lot of things there that talks about what? About close down. And at this moment, I want to say thank you to each and every one of us that stayed to the end of the section this morning. 1 hour is not just enough to talk about a close down, but then we are going to be ending it here. So by next time we are going to be meeting, we are going to be further discussing on what? On other aspect of what? Other aspect of a close down. If there's anything you want to be remembered for, be that thing that out of this 7 skill, I told myself that even though I don't know how to close, but at the end, I want to be remembered for this close down. And whatever you are looking for is what you get. When you start, our skill here, they are not rocket science. Now, what are you going to do? Get your belief right on the business and yourself, and go and do what? Go and improve yourself on what? On how to close people down. Your problem should not be that people, your problem should be, in fact, after mastering this close down, what you'll be waiting for is for that prospect that will enter your office and give you that objection. You'll be ready to charge him. At the end of every position, make sure that you engage somebody to close that person down. In fact, by doing that, you are going to do what? You are going to start mastering it. Some person are not. Some person they are yet to master close down today because of what? Because of their selfishness. After presentation, they sit back. People are in the hall. You sat back. You are looking. Why? Because your prospect no dey there. You do not know that this is an opportunity for you to learn. You are learning with other people's prospects. By the day, if you're not learning with them, by the day your prospect will even come to you, not even know what to tell the person. But you learning, I learned from other people's prospects. I learned this close down from, in fact, from my upline prospects. And the day my own person come, I've already mastered what to tell the person. I have already, in fact, I have already gotten how to do what, how to help the person make the right decision. So get your belief right in the business and in yourself, and get it right that if you can be able to master, one thing about our business is this: if you can be able to master the skill, your business will start moving. No matter the level you're operating, no matter the level your business is operating today, just understand that it's because of the level of the skill you have. Someone like me, I know why. If I tell myself there's a place, an angle I'm struggling in the business, I don't push the blame to anybody. I push the blame to myself. I know that there are things that I don't know, and I keep on learning. I keep on learning. I keep on learning. I keep on learning on a daily basis, and you keep on becoming a better version of yourself. Thank you to each and every one of us. And at this moment, I'm going to be handing over to my today is what? Today is Thursday. Don't just be a hearer, but after hearing, go and start putting into the mastering. The mastery come from the doing. Is in the doing you get the mastery. You don't wait until you know it all before you engage. When we are engaging, confidence. I have confidence, not because I can close. I can close because I have confidence. That's just it. So go and get that right. And I'm going to be handing over to my moderator here in the person of John Martins.